Hey guys, this is Bruce with Brew Noah LLC back here again for another one here. All glory to you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. All glory to God. But let's jump in on this one. So we're going to talk about trauma and we're going to talk about forgiveness. Okay, so throughout we have a lot of clients. The majority of our clients, unfortunately, they do have trauma. And one of the things that they have a hard time with in terms of when they come to us, even speaking on trauma can be challenging. But nonetheless, forgiving the person that did the traumatic event to them can be very, very heartbreaking, right? So they struggle to move past it. So I want to talk about trauma and I want to talk about the way to overcome trauma, okay? And it's the only way to overcome trauma. Now, a lot of people think that whenever you go through a traumatic event, that it means that you push it down deep and you just don't talk about it, or when it comes up in your mind, when it comes up in conversation, you just kind of move past it and you just find a way to live around it. You find a way to just maneuver through life, and unfortunately, that's probably I would say at least 70-80% of Americans right now, or just people in the world, I should say, that is how they handle trauma and that is how they handle pain. Instead of addressing the pain and instead of moving on from the pain, majority of people, and don't feel guilty about this, but majority of people just kind of push it down deep and they kind of just, and it's more so just kind of move along life and just pretend like it didn't happen. All right. That is understandable and that is very admirable, but that is not how to overcome trauma. Another reason why I have a problem with therapy is because I feel like therapists, I feel like there's a, and this is not an attack on all therapists, but I feel like there's an agenda behind therapy to where, the main goal is to get that client to keep reinvesting their situation into them. I'll leave it at that. And that's not all therapists, but I feel like the majority of therapists, that is kind of their practice. So I feel like you know this. I mean, if you've been to therapy, right, and if anybody has been to therapy, ask yourself one question: why do you still feel pain? Why do you still feel trauma? Why do you still feel down, right? And what advice do you get from people? Your therapists or people around you, people in your circle that probably tell you, hey, that's just life, man. Things happen, you just got to kind of, life could be tough and life is heartbreaking and you just got to kind of move through it and just dive deeper and figure out why it happened in the first place. And that is not true. Um, there's only one way, and we have a proven way with our system, with our team, and we have helped millions and millions of people, and we have a proven way within one session that shows how to overcome uh, trauma and pain and heartache. The only way to overcome trauma and move on from it forever, not it come back when certain things happen, not when a song comes up and that emotion comes back and you feel all down and hurt and depressed. I'm talking about regardless of what memories may pop into your head, regardless of what you hear and see, you are free from it and you are happy. There's only one way to do that. You have to love your enemy. You have to understand that that situation wasn't your fault. And then you have to forgive. And the hardest part is people will say, oh, I forgive them, or I forgive that person that hurt me. I forgive that person that betrayed me. I forgive that person that came and did those things in my life. But the honest truth is, it's way deeper than that. It's incredibly much deeper than that. So what you have to do is, and the honest truth is, people just push it down and they never forgive. Okay? So how do you forgive? Okay, the only way you can forgive a person that has done a traumatic event to you is that you have to love this situation. You have to love them. And I know that that sounds bizarre, but I'm telling you, there's a reason for this. In order to become free of any and all things, you have to have an unconditional love for any and all things. Even things that your ego perceive as good or bad, right or wrong, right? Regardless of how terrible it is, you have to view that situation from a position of unconditional love. Because what happens is, when you view situations from a position and a perspective of unconditional love and understand that all is one, one is all, any and everything that happens, unfortunately, is just the way it is in terms of we're all connected in this universe. And yes, there are some really, really, really horrible people out there that do some really, really nasty, horrible things. But unfortunately, they also serve a purpose. And I'm not condoning any of their actions. I'm not condoning anything they do. But this world that we live in is much deeper than what we've been taught. And what I mean by that is any traumatic event, any type of pain, any heartache, any sorrow that you have been through, that you have been put through, whatever it is, I want you to understand something. Something magical and beautiful comes out of that. And what comes out of that is you didn't let that break you, no matter how terrible it was. You come out much stronger in the end. And you moved on with your life and you didn't let it control you. So because of all that, you deserve all the credit and you deserve all the love. More love than I can give you. If I could talk to you in person, I'd give you the biggest hug. But the one thing you have not done, you have not moved on. And what you have to do is you have to take that strength and you have to love your enemy. You have to love the person that hurts you. You have to make love of the situation that happened, as terrible and wicked as it may be. And then once you do that, once you say, you know what, that situation wasn't favorable for me and it was a horrible situation, but I came out much better, I came out much stronger, I came out much tougher, and I can overcome any and all things now because of that situation, I love you and I forgive you. And the moment you do this, and you believe it, your trauma is gone. Because you become free. What holds on to our trauma and what holds on to our pain and what holds on to our heartache is our egos. Our egos wants to hold on to all these different things because that's what keeps it alive. That's what keeps its control over you. But the moment you release that trauma and the moment you love and forgive, all those demons, all that whatever's going on in your life, all that heartache, pain, that toughness you're feeling goes away. And then you get an overwhelming rush of just love and joy and happiness that I can't even explain in a video. But you have to do it. You're not alone. We're here to help. BrewNoahLLC.com. I'm telling you, we are better than therapists. We have helped so many people in one session. We have people that book multiple sessions just to talk about new things that come up in their life. But we overcome any and all things within just one session. I want this for everyone, and I want this for everybody. When I went through my journey, and I have been through a lot of pain, and I've been through a lot of heartache, and I have been through it all, any and all things. I've had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. But the moment I became free, I felt, you just feel loved in any and every endeavor. You don't look at rejection the same. You look at rejection as, you look at a no not as rejection, you look as a no as in not yet. Because you understand that there's a bigger purpose behind all of this. And you understand that God's in control of any and all things. Which means that everything that has happened to you is not necessarily good or bad. It just is. And it plays a larger role. And whatever traumatic, horrible things that you have been through, whatever pain, heartache you've been through, it has made you stronger each and every time. But you have to get to a place to where you love. You have to love yourself and you have to love everything. And yes, that includes the bad people that your ego will label. That includes the people that disagree with your opinion. That includes the people that don't see eye to eye with you on situation. That includes the person that may have cheated on you. That includes the person that may have hit you. That includes the person that may have hurt you. And I am sorry for all those things that these people did. But you have to trust me on this. Because your ego holds on to all of this. And it controls you. And it pulls you down and it manipulates you. And it takes all your energy and puts you on a path of just a really bad life. The moment you become free, the moment you love any and everything, even things that you just can't understand, the moment you forgive is when this world opens up to you in a way that is magical that I can't even explain. To where there's beauty, love, and joy in any and everything, and your life gets easier. It's almost as if your blessings are amplified. Because instead of going through life with you trying to control everything, instead you go through life letting God control everything. And when you let God control everything, everything is easy. Everything's beautiful. Everything's amazing. Join us. It's time for you to change your life. BrewNoahLLC.com. Book a session, guys. I'm telling you. Our mission is to help all. And I knew the moment me and my team became free, and the moment that all these amazing things started happening for me, I knew that I had to teach these things. And there are others like us. But I'm telling you, this world is not what you think it is. And it's time for you to get out here and stop being so angry, stop having so much anxiety, stop being so hurt, stop feeling all this pain. And it's time for you to live your life and learn how to love and have fun. That is why you're here. We love you. God loves you. BrewNoahLLC.com. Thank you guys for your time.